21 says, in a survey of 108 college students, 90 use Facebook, 32 use Google+, and 21 use both. Okay, and probably now if they were to take this poll, this survey, there would be 0 of you that use Google+, and very few of you use Facebook because y'all think Facebook's for old people like me. I know. It's okay. So let's, this one's pretty nice. It wasn't very long. So the way that we answer these is we start off by drawing a Venn diagram. Well, so we need to decide how many groups do I have? How many circles am I going to have? Sets in there. 2. 2? Yeah, this one will have 2. It's either going to be 2 or it's going to be 3 because that's what we've worked with. Okay, so we're dealing with Facebook and we're dealing with Google+. Okay, so I've got a circle for Facebook. I've got a circle for, we're going to say, Google+. And then I have my universal set. Okay, so in a survey of 108 college students, so my total, I'm going to write that down, equals 108. 90 use Facebook, 32 use Google+, and 21 use both. So if I say 21 use both, what operation are we talking about? Are we talking about the intersection, the union, or subtraction? They're in both. The intersection. So I know that pretty much Facebook intersection Google equals 21. Okay, so use both. We're talking about that's an intersection. Okay, talking about an intersection. We also need to remember that if I use the word and stands for intersection because it means you're in both. And if I use the word or, if they use the word or, I'm talking about a union. Okay, but that's kind of for later on. Now, the easiest way to do this, if you'll remember, from yesterday when we were labeling regions, okay, and we did a few of these kind of problems with the regions, is you want to start with the intersection, okay? So I'm going to put, what number am I going to put in that intersection of Facebook and Google+? 21, good. Okay, so I've taken care of that. Now, it's easiest if you'll fill out the whole Venn diagram and then you can just go back and easily answer the questions. Okay, is what is our goal, is what we're doing. Make the Venn diagram, then you can answer the questions. Okay, so let's fill in Facebook. I know that there are 90 people that use Facebook. Do I put a 90 in the blank part right there? We subtract it, good. So I'm going to say Facebook only will equal 90 minus the 21, right? Because 21 of those people use Facebook, but they also use Google+. So how many am I going to have that are just Facebook only? 69 of them use just Facebook, okay? Let's think about Google+ only. Okay, because it says I had 32. We've already used 21. That does give me 11. Okay, double check yourself. Does the 69 plus the 21, the whole Facebook circle, does it equal 90? Yep. Does the whole Google Plus circle equal 32? 21 plus 11? Yep. Okay, so we only have one other region that we need to put a number in. It's region 4. That's the ones that are floating around in the universal set, right? They're the ones that don't use Facebook, don't use Google+, they don't use any of it, okay? How am I going to find that out?
Add 90, 21, and 32.
Add 69 and 11.
Good, yeah. We can remember if we use all of the 90 and all of the 32 and the 21, we're overlapping there. We're overlapping 21. So what we need to do is to find the ones that don't use any of it. We add up those 3 that we have and subtract it from who?
108.
108. Good. That's my total. So doesn't, we're going to call it non-users, is going to be my total, the 108, minus that 69 plus 21 plus 11. And maybe that's how I should have said it. How do I find the non-users? Well, you know there's 69 Facebook only, there's 21 double users, and there's 11 Google Plus only. Okay, those are the number of your users there. So you add those up and subtract them from the total. Okay, so your non-users really equal, what we're saying here is that your non-users equal the total minus the users. Does that make sense? A little more sense? Okay, which will give me 108 minus, let's see, 69 and 21 were my, what, 90? Plus 11 is 101. So that leaves me with 7. Okay, good. All right, so now we can answer our questions. You've labeled all your regions, haven't you? Okay, how many use Google Plus only?
32. I mean, 11.
11, good. Okay, and if we're looking at shading, I'm looking at these guys right here. See, they're Google only. That 21's not counted in there because they also use Facebook. Okay, how about how many use Facebook only? 69, good. And from my graph, I'm talking about these people right here. And guys, once you get your graph filled out, you don't have to go back and add and look at the numbers on your chart. Just read your graph, okay? And then for my last one, how many use neither? 7. And we're talking about all this out here. Okay. That's way too much for me to have to color. I need just a feel there. Okay, there we go. I guess I could do 7, 11, and you're 69 there. Okay, all right. Example 1. Let's try another one. In a class of 25 students, 14 were math majors, 17 were computer science majors, and 8 were dual majors. Create a Venn diagram of the situation. Okay, so let's think about it. If I'm creating a Venn diagram, I know I have my rectangle. That's my universal set. And then how many circles do I have? How many sets am I going to have in this problem?
2.
Just 2. Good. Okay, so I've got 1, 2. Who are my sets?
Math, computer science, and dual majors.
Okay, good. Math and computer science majors. Okay, I'm going to use an M for math and CS for computer science. Okay, and there's my U. Okay, I'm gonna write down what they've given me because they've given me a few more words this time, right? So my total number of students, it says, is 25. Okay, yeah, no. I can't talk to you right now, and you're probably spam. There were 25 total students, okay? 14 were math majors. Math equals 14. 17 were computer science. Okay? And 8 were dual majors. What's a dual major? The intersection. Good. They were both math and computer science. So M intersection computer science equals 8. Okay. So we've got enough information now. We can fill in our diagram. Remember, I said start with the intersection. Make yourself a note. Start with the intersection. Okay? So, what's going in my intersection? What number?
8.
Good. Okay, if I'm going to find math only,
14 minus
very good. That's 14 minus 8. Gives me 6. Okay, computer science only. Going to be 17 minus 8, which is 9. Good. Okay, and then neither, which is the complement of A union B, right? Or math union computer science. They're neither. What am I going to say? How am I going to find that?
Subtract the total by the amount.
Good. You're going to say the total number of students, good, 25. And we're going to subtract the amount of those added up, right? Of our circles added together. 6 plus 8 plus 9.
There's 2 left.
Was it 2?
There's 2 left.
Yep, you're right. Because that's going to be 25 minus 23. So there's 2. So there's 2 people in the class. It's pretty much like if we'd taken this class, I don't think there's 25 y'all. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. There's 18 y'all. If we'd taken a class of 25, there were 6 math majors, only math. There were 9 only computer science majors. There were 8 of you would have been math and computer science, doubled. And then there would have been 2 of you that weren't math or computer science. Move on so we can get done. How many were just math majors? 6, good. How many were not majoring in computer science? Not majoring in computer science. Can you read your chart and see? Your Venn diagram and see?
Yes. 60. 6 plus 8.
It's 8.
Not computer science. So what did you tell me?
It's 8.
It's 8. The 6 and the 2, right? The math only, and then the people that were not computer science or math, right? So 8, good. How many students were not math or computer science? What does OR stand for? Union. So we want M union computer science. I know you already know. You want the complement of that. The union, which is 2. Very good. They're a little picky. Example 3. Out of 50 students taking a midterm psychology exam, 27 answered the first of 2 bonus questions. 31 answered the second bonus question, and 1 didn't bother with either one. Round your answer to the nearest percent. So, and some of y'all picked up on that real fast because I saw your faces. It was like, why does it say percent? They didn't say anything about percents there. It's okay. We're going to fix that. That's not bad. It's not bad, I promise. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we've got to draw our Venn diagram, right? So we need to identify what we're talking about. So do we need 2 circles or 3 circles?
2.
Just 2. We're still at 2 circles. So here we go. Okay. And what are these 2 circles?
The first, was the two bonus
No, they're right
questions and the second bonus question?
Yes, so there's 2 bonus questions. So bonus question 1, bonus 2. I think it's what we called it in my last class. So I called it B1 and B2. So bonus 1, okay, it says, oh, my total, let me write my total first. Let me move this over. How many total students were taking the midterm? There were 50, good. And it says 27 of them answered the first of 2 bonus questions. So answered the first bonus question. Okay. Then it says 31 answered the second bonus question. Okay. And 1 didn't bother with either one.
That's the outside.
That's the outside number. Good. Now you notice I've left a little space there. Okay? Because what are we missing?
Intersection.
The intersection. They're going to make you find that intersection. Okay? So let's think about it. This whole circle, B1, the whole big B1, has to add up to be 27. And the whole big circle B2 has to add up to be 31. Right? Okay? And so pretty much, there's one kid that didn't answer. So how many students actually answered 1, 2, or both of them?
49.
49 altogether. So let's think about that. Answered, there were 49. Well, if you add up bonus 1 and bonus 2, who I didn't write the 2 on there. If you add up bonus 1 and bonus 2, what do you get? 58. Were there 58 kids to answer? No. So that means some of them are counted twice in there, right? How do I find out who's counted twice? There's only how many that answered?
I mean, 40.
There's 49 that answered. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say 58 minus the 49 gives me the intersection. Okay? So I can write right here, if I have B1 intersection B2, and I'm going to actually make a little formula, and we can use it for all intersections later on, is going to be total answered. Notice it says answered minus B1 union B2. Other way around. Because you're going to get a negative number that way. There we go, sorry. So you're adding up B1 plus B2, right? And you're subtracting the answered. There we go, guys. Sorry. We're going to take that intersection. We find the intersection by adding up B1. You're pretty much taking the cardinality of B1, the cardinality of B2, and you're subtracting what it should have been. What the circles added together should be. The 3 regions added together. Okay? So, how many answered B1? 27, right? Plus the 31. You told me that was going to be 58. It is. Minus the 49. because that's what should have been answered. That's the number of people that answered. How much does that leave me over? What's 58 minus 49? 9. That means there are 9 students that answered both. Okay? That's that spillover. It's that rollover. But remember when we talked about the cardinality yesterday, we said the cardinality of A union B equaled the cardinality of A plus the cardinality of B minus the intersection of AB. So all I really did, guys, was manipulate that formula. Okay? But you don't have to worry about that. Just note that if you know what that's all supposed to add up to be, those 3 regions, and it's more, however much more it is over, that's your intersection. Okay? Okay, so we've got 9 for that intersection. And we'll write that B1 intersection B2 equals 9. Okay, so now can you tell me how many just answered bonus 1? 18. B2, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, okay? You're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, taking notes and looking at the screen. How many people just answered B2? 22, good. All right, you've got all your numbers. Now you can answer your question, right? Yeah, kind of, sort of, except you're looking for the percent. Do you remember how to find percent?
Is it total something? Oh no, percent over 100.
Percent over 100. It's part over whole equals percent over 100. Yes. And so you can do it just with part over whole times 100. Okay? Whole is the total amount, the 50 kids in there. So the first one says, what percentage of students tried both questions? Well, that's my intersection, right? So that's really 9 out of 50 times 100. Or just move the decimal 2 places to the right after 9 over 50. So you can use your calculator. If you need to use your phone, it's fine. So you get 0.18 times 100 is 18%. Okay? I'll write those steps out. This is 0.18 times 100, and that's going to equal 18%. Answer. Okay? What percentage tried at least one question? So that means they tried 1, they tried 2, or they actually did try 1 and 2, because it says at least one of the questions. So they answered 1 or more of the questions, okay? So that means I'm going to add up which numbers?
18, 19, 9.
Good, 18, 9, and 22. That's correct. So I'm going to say 18 plus 9 plus 22. What's that going to give me? 49. So we have 49 out of 50 times 100, because we got to get the percent. 49 out of 50 gives me what? 0.98 times 100, and I get 98%. Okay, so other than that little part of where we needed to find the intersection and then finding the percent, y'all are good to go. Okay, example 4 looks really long. It's actually not that bad, and they actually made the table for you instead of you having to figure out and write the table yourself. And it's going to be because, one, we have how many circles you think we're going to have in this one? A lot, yeah. We're moving up to 3. We're going from our nice 2 to 3, which means we go from finding 4 regions to finding 8 regions, correct? The manager of a campus gym is planning the schedule of fitness classes for a new school year and will decide how often to hold certain classes based on the interests of the students. She polls 42 students, okay? at various times of day, asking what type of classes they'd be interested in attending. The results are summarized in the table below. So we know that there are 42 total students. We do need to write that down. Total students equals 42. Okay? So we have this table, then they ask the questions, how many students are interested in yoga or spinning but not Pilates? How many are interested in exactly 2 of the 3? How many are interested in yoga but not Pilates? Okay, so let's make our chart first. So I've got my big, it's not a chart, it's a Venn diagram. I need to call it what it is, don't I? Okay, so 1, 2, 3. I know I have 3 because, and I know I wrote total at the top already, but I'm going to put it up here. Total is 42. And we have yoga. We can just use, honestly, guys, you don't have to rewrite all that. We can use just the chart that they gave us. That was kind of the point in them giving us the chart, is to show us how to write it down correctly, and then you can start labeling. So they wrote it for us. Now, I told you when we draw our Venn diagram that we need to start with the intersection, right? You label the intersection. And that's when we have 2 circles. Well, the thing with 2 circles is I only have 1 intersection, right?
We have 2 intersections with this?
Well, we got a bunch. We got a yoga Pilates intersection. We got a yoga spinning intersection. We got a Pilates spinning intersection. But then what do we have that seems the most important? The most inside intersection?
All 3.
All 3. And that's where we start. Okay? So, how many students want all 3 classes? 2. Okay? Okay, so we start from there. And we're just going to go up the list. So we got all 3 done. And we're going to talk yoga and spinning. So if it says yoga and spinning, that is an intersection, right? That's a Y intersection S. Okay? I'm just trying to hone in that you guys know that and goes with intersection and or is a union. Okay? So yoga and spinning, so we're talking about this area right here, correct? This one, I don't know if y'all can't, other people can't see. Let me highlight. This area right here, here's yoga spinning, correct? Okay, well we have 2, so we're supposed to have 6. So who's just yoga spinning? 4, good. They've all got, it's that whole green chunk has to add up to 6. So we've got 4. I'm going to take off that. So I'm going to put 4 there, okay? Okay, we're going to put 4 there. Okay, so we've done yoga and spinning. Let's do Pilates spinning.
2.
Good. Y'all don't even need me to highlight anything. Okay, yoga Pilates. 5. Good job. You've now taken care of all of your intersections. Remember, work from the, pretty much it's work from the inside out, just like we do with the parentheses inside out. Okay? So spinning is supposed to be 13 total. So what am I missing in my spinning circle? 5. 4 plus 2 plus 2 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. Okay, good job. Pilates. Pilates, there's 12 folks that want Pilates.
3.
Is that 3? 7, 8, 9, 3, yep. And then yoga, there should be 16 people, and that's 5. All right, you've labeled nearly all your parts, right? I don't know that you need the universal here. Region 8, we're gonna go along with you don't, because I'm not gonna make you add up all those numbers right now. How many students are interested in yoga or spinning but not Pilates? So this is really Y, or it's union S minus Pilates P. So we're doing yoga and spinning. We're looking for the intersection of yoga, if it'll go, yoga and spinning. But we want to take out who? Pilates? So I'm just, who? How much? Okay, I've got the intersection of yoga and spinning, right? Subtract the Pilates. Which one of those numbers, 4 or 2, is the Pilates? 2, right? See how 2's inside the P circle? See, here's the P circle. And the 2's in that, you want to take that out. So you're just looking for this right here. Yoga and spinning. Yoga or spinning. No Pilates. So 4. Okay. How many are interested in exactly 2 of the 3 classes? So that's going to be all our intersections except for that main first starting intersection that wanted 3. These are only 2. So that's your 4. That's your 5. Because that 5 that I just highlighted are yoga and Pilates only. No spinning. And then my spinning Pilates is just 2. No yoga. Okay? So if I add up all the greens, what am I going to get? 11. Good. And then how many are interested in yoga but not Pilates? So yoga minus Pilates. Can you see it? How many are interested in yoga but it's a little more than 4? You like yoga, but you're not going to do anything with Pilates.
6.
Okay, let me see if I can color it.
You add that 5 to it.
You add the 5 to it, yeah.
But I thought if that circle.
Okay, hold on. 5. What was in here? 4 and a 2. Okay, thank you. Okay, so it says how many are interested in yoga? All right. I shouldn't have used green. How many are interested in yoga, but not Pilates? So take out that. You gotta take out the Pilates. They still want the people that are interested in yoga and spinning. They just said they don't want the people, y'all's class is the one that this way, right? They just said they don't want the yoga people that are interested in Pilates. So you're just taking that away. You can be interested in yoga and spinning as long as you're interested in yoga and not Pilates, okay? That's why we use the 5 and the 4. It's this green chunk right here, not this one. Okay? So 9. Okay? It's yoga by itself and it's yoga spinning. We just don't want a yoga Pilates. Okay? They're all against if you're a yoga Pilates person, but I think honestly, lots of Pilates people are yoga people. It all kind of goes together, right? Stretch. Don't stretch. Okay, moving on. Oh, look, y'all are on example 5. We only have 6 examples. Y'all are excited. What time do we leave? 2:40? Yeah. Ooh, this is a long one. And they didn't give you a chart. That means you got to give a chart. One semester in a chemistry class, 13 students failed due to poor attendance. 24 failed due to not studying. 16 failed because they did not turn in assignments. 8 failed because of poor attendance and not studying. 7 failed because of not studying and not turning in assignments. 5 failed because of poor attendance and not turning in assignments. And 3 failed because of all 3 of these reasons. And at this point, y'all are like, all them folks just failed. Y'all are like, don't care. Okay, then they ask you a bunch of questions about it. So let's start. We need to start off with, we need to kind of make our own little chart. Since they didn't give us a chart, they threw the chart all into the word problem, and we got to make it ourselves. Okay? So we're talking about, let's talk about why they failed. Tell me why they failed. Poor attendance, right? Not studying and not turning in assignments. So we've got attendance, we've got total. I don't know if they give us a total. I don't think they can give us a total, and that's fine. We're going to write it down because that's what we always do, and that's the process. So we are talking about attendance. We're talking about studying, and we're talking about assignments, or lack thereof. Okay? 13 students failed due to poor attendance. Okay, so 13 on attendance. Gotcha. 24 failed due to not studying. 24. 16 failed because they did not turn in assignments. Okay. 8 failed because of poor attendance and not studying. Who does and go with? Union or intersection? Intersection. It's the opposite of what you think, guys. And goes with intersection because they have to be in both. I'm in bad attendance and I'm in studying. Okay, that's an intersection. So 8 failed because of attendance, ATT, and not studying. So ATT intersection study equals 8. Okay? 7 failed because of not studying and, there's my intersection again, not turning in assignments. So there were 7, right? Because of study, intersection, assignments. Look, see, I made it a sign. Not saying not turning some. Okay, 5 failed because of attendance and, there's another or, and not turning in assignments. So attendance, intersection, assign was 5. And then 3 failed because of all 3. Okay? All right, now you're ready to draw your Venn diagram. Got your chart. We're ready for the Venn diagram. So then we can answer all their questions. Okay, we have 3 circles. 1, 2, 3. So this is attendance, study, and then assignments. There's my U. Okay, we said start with the innermost intersection. Okay? All 3, how many failed because of all 3? 3. So I'm going to put that right there. Okay? And I'm just going to go up the row again. Now we're looking at attendance and assignments. So I'm looking at this chunk right here because of attendance and assignments, the green chunk. That's the intersection between those 2 circles. It's supposed to be 5, so what's missing there? 2. Good. Okay. Studying and assignments That's this chunk, studying and assignments.
4.
It's gonna be 4, good. Okay. Attendance and studying,
5.
5, and that's my last one. This is not drawn to scale, of course. Okay, total assignment circle is supposed to be 16. Right now, how many do I have in the assignment circle?
10.
10 total, right? Because here's my whole assignments. Oh, that's attendance. What am I on? Assignments. Do I still have 10? Oh, not quite.
No, it's not.
It's 9. You were looking at attendance also? Me too. Sorry. Assignments is 16. It's supposed to be 16. Right now, the assignment circle has 9, doesn't it? See them all? Okay. Yeah, they're all there. I've done this way too much today. And that should be 7? Is it 7? Y'all think 7? Y'all are like, we're going to think whatever you tell us. So we can move on. I believe it is 7. It is 7. Okay, so let's look at studying. Y'all see studying right here? Right now, studying has a 5, a 3, and a 4. So it has 12. It needs how many more? 12 more. Good. And then attendance. Okay. Now we're to attendance. Okay. Now. It has 10. And it needs, yes, you're right. It needs 3. Yes. Yeah. That one was 3 all along. The one that I highlighted, yes, was 3. I'm going, why are you picking 3? Because you were doing the one I had highlighted. That's why. Okay. So we have as many parts as we can get. We can't find out who didn't fail for that or who did fail for other reasons because they didn't tell us how many students they looked at. They just said, okay, this many failed because of this many failed because of that. We don't know a total. All right, so how many, let's look at A. How many failed for exactly 2 of the 3 reasons? So that means I'm not counting that 3 in the middle. 2 of the 3 reasons.
11.
So 2, 5, and 4. Yep, gives me 11. Okay, and let me make it green. I'll change the colors as I go. All right, next one says how many failed because of poor attendance and not studying, but not because of not turning in assignments. So poor attendance and, that's an intersection, not studying, but take out assignments. So poor attendance, not studying, take out assignments. How many is that? 5. Mm-hmm. It's this chunk right here. Can y'all see it? He's not turning blue. Okay, it should be 5. How many failed because of exactly 1 of the 3 reasons? What am I adding up?
Everything but 3.
We want exactly what, and what? 3, 7, 12. Good. Gives me 22? Yep. 3, because 3 failed for exactly attendance, 7 failed for just assignments, and 12 failed for studying. Okay? Y'all's projector does not, the bulb must be going out on the projector. Because it's not supposed to be yellow either. Okay? All right, how many failed because of poor attendance and, so another intersection, not turning in assignments, so poor attendance and not turning in assignments. So that's my 2 and my 3 right there. correct? But not because of not studying. So take out the 3, 2. Y'all good with that? All right, let's look at example 6. Last one. Okay. It's a doozy. It's about like example 5. Okay. A survey of 90 students on campus showed that 28 read the Campus Observer student newspaper that morning. 24 read the news via the internet that morning, and 21 read the local city paper that morning. 9 read the Campus Observer and the internet news that morning, while 5 read the internet news and the local paper. 8 read the Campus Observer and the local city paper, and 1 person read the Campus Observer, the internet, and the local paper. Guys, take it a sentence at a time. Y'all are fine if you just do the first sentence, because it's telling you, very systematic. So take care of the first sentence, then start doing all the rest of them, okay? Write your chart out. So let's look. Total. Did they give me a total this time? 90. Good. So a survey of 90 students on campus showed that 28 read the Campus Observer student newspaper that morning. Okay? So I'm going to call it CO for Campus Observer. And that was 28. Okay, so we took care of the 90. We took care of the 28. Okay? See, you're getting there. 24 read the news via the internet. So I'm just going to say I. I equals 24. I'm marking it out. 21 read the local city paper that morning. So, and they call it local paper later on. So I'm going to call it LP. And we're going to say 21 read the local paper that morning. That's great. 9, okay, equals 9, read the Campus Observer and the internet news. And means intersection. So Campus Observer and the internet news. That was 9. So CO, intersection, LP, oh, not LP, I, it should be I, sorry, jumped lines. CO, intersection I, is 9. 9 read the Campus Observer and internet. Okay? So you're done through there. While 5 read the internet news and the local paper. Okay? Internet intersect LP is 5. 8 read the Campus Observer, CO, and there's another intersection, the local paper, LP. Okay? And 1 person read all 3, right? Read the Campus Observer, the internet news, and the local paper. Okay? That's all 3. So that's the intersection of all 3 of them. Okay. So we're ready now, right? It's the last one, guys. Got this. And this is your Friday here. Like, you know, see me again until Tuesday. Be excited. Ooh, y'all are tired. But I did have some caffeine before I came here, so that helped. Oh, and I had some pizza. It was leftover, but I had some. So I got my pizza this week. Okay, so I've got the Campus Observer, I have the internet, and I have the local paper. Here's my universal. Start with the innermost if we have one. Do we have one? 1. Very good. Okay. Let's do Campus Observer, local paper. Those two are supposed to make 8. Right now I've got in there's 1,
Set.
so I need 7. Okay. Internet and local paper are supposed to make 5. I've got 1 that gives me 4. And Campus Observer and Internet are supposed to be 9. So I'm missing 8. See, y'all are getting real good at these now. No biggie. Okay, local paper is supposed to add up to 21. How much do I have right now?
12.
We have 12 right now. The 7, 4, and 1
9.
are in the local paper, which gives me 12, so I'm missing 9. The internet is supposed to be 24. Right now I have how many? Close? What'd you say? I'm sorry. 13, good, yes. I'm sorry, I thought you said 14, good. 13 is correct. So I need how many more? 11, right? Okay. The Campus Observer is supposed to be 28. Right now I have how many? 16, so I need 12. And I'm supposed to have a total of 90. I don't think it asks who didn't read anything. I'm not going to make you find the outliers there. Okay? So we're ready to answer our question. How many read the internet news or, okay, what does or mean? Union, LP. But not both. The union minus the what? Pretty much. But minus the local paper, right? But not both. You get the intersection. We're taking out the intersection, right? Okay, so let's look. How many read the internet news or local paper? So it's the I and the LP, but not both. So who are we going to take out of there?
4.
4 and
7.
the 1. Good. Because here's, let me change colors. Here's the local paper, and here's the internet, right? Okay. So you would think it was all these numbers. Local paper and internet are both those numbers right there together. That's the union of those, okay? But then it says, but not both. Okay. So if I'm taking out, they couldn't have read the local paper and internet, that's the 4 goes away, correct? Because that was both. And then doesn't the 1 go away too? Because they read the local news, the internet, and the Campus Observer. They read all 3. So who's left? How many's left?
15.
15? Does it make 15? Y'all good? 8 and 11's 19, 19 and 16 are 35. Yeah,
So it's 30.
35.
What? Did you not take it?
We did take them out. I erased them.
That's really good.
Okay. What was in there? 1 and a 4? Yeah. Okay. How many read the internet news and the local paper, but not the Campus Observer? Okay, so now we're to the internet news, and is a what? Intersection, right? Okay, I really need to, hold on. Let me remember that's 35 right there. There we go. I need to take the blue off. All right, this was 35. Okay, how many read the internet news and the local paper? So intersection, so you're looking for the intersection of the internet news and the local paper. Take out the campus. So who am I taking out?
7, 1, and
Now remember, we're just looking at the intersection of internet news and local paper. So that's this right here, right? So we take out the 1. So just 4. Okay, let me. Oh my gosh. Glad it's no time to go. Okay, how many read the internet news or means Union, the Campus Observer, or they actually read both? Okay? So that means everybody, we're doing Campus Observer. And the internet news, or the internet news. And this other part is just clarifying that you could have read both also. So you could be in the intersection. Okay, is what it's doing. So you're looking for the blue, which gives me what? If I add all that up, there's a 20, it's 31, 32, and 11, 43. It'll look like 43, guys. Okay. All right, guys, and that is it for today.